The Walking Dead Season 3 introduced a hell of a lot more characters than the previous 2 seasons, and with that came a lot of death.
A lot of deaths. When you think about it though, the cast for Season 3 did get expanded big time. Season 1, we had a pretty limited cast, and what I would say about Season 1 and 2 is, it did feel more like a family kind of show. It felt like the group was one big family.
I'm in the family.
The family.
The firstly.
But when we get into Season 3, we do get introduced to a lot more characters. Could they have introduced more characters into Season 1 and 2? Possibly. I mean, especially 2. 2 didn't have anybody, really. Yeah. Dave, Tony, Randall, and that was pretty much it from an outside perspective.
Yeah. And a farm.
Alright, I know you had Herschel's family, but that becomes part of the group.
The group.
But in terms of outsiders, Season 2, I think, has 3 people.
Yeah.
Dave, Tony, Randall.
And talk of their group.
If there's anyone else, then let me know. Season 1, at least you have the Fatos, and then you've got Jenner. This is Dr. Jenner, not Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner. Whatever she calls herself. But yeah, anyway.
It's not Edward Jenner.
What the heck? I said Doctor.
Edward.
Can't remember his name, so I went with Doctor.
Right.
You can't be wrong with Doctor.
But does he like pizza?
He does not like pizza.
And coming in 24th place, it's a Pizza Hut man. I've no idea what this guy's name is.
Yeah, we don't know what his name is, but we're going to go ahead and call him Pizza Hut. So it's the guy that Michonne kills with her katana out in the... He's like living like a bum, I guess, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't know if this guy even knows what's going on. He's like a hermit.
I'm going to assume he does, because there's walkers outside his house.
And he's
did he not look at the windows?
I don't know, some people don't like, but yeah, he tries to escape. He's
got a dog as well.
I didn't see the dog.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not got a dog.
Does he not?
No.
Who am I thinking? I think he's got a dog.
He doesn't have a dog. It's only this guy. He's on his own. He's a loner, right? Loners don't have dogs or animals or anything like that. He was on his own. Michonne killed him on his own. A bit harsh in my opinion, but I guess she's going to figure that he was potentially going to get them in trouble. And then they throw his dead body outside for the walkers to consume. And that allows them to escape out the back door unnoticed. But yeah, this guy was just minding his own business. Just some fucking loser out in the middle of the woods. And Rick and Michonne and whoever else was there.
We can say some loser, but he's some innocent man. They've just brutally murdered and fucking fed them.
No, that's the point I was trying to make. I mean, he might not have been important, but he was minding his own business. And then they just literally killed him and then threw him to get his body torn apart. So yeah, it's not a good look for Michonne.
We all want the same thing here, as Rick would say, but... I think...
But I think it's mad how Michonne does this, but she'll be portrayed in a good light, but if the governor done this, arsehole.
Yeah, and I think that's just the way it's... I don't understand, really, why The Walking Dead and, like, Rick's group throughout the seasons...
Rick can slaughter whoever he wants, and he's a great guy.
Kill 52 of Negan's men, he only wants one of your men.
I mean, Negan gave him a good deal, to be honest. But anyway, let's move on. I spent too long time talking with this guy, so...
Aye. 23rd place, we've got Donna. Get bit in the arm in the forest. The group makes it in. And I tell you what, Alan looks about 20 years older than Donna.
He does. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some shows where having the name Donna could literally get you the top death in that season, but this is not one of them.
Second last. Bit in the arm. They think about chopping it off, but then she kind of just dies, and that's pretty much it.
And Tyrese puts her down. Bit shit that she died that quickly. I mean, we've seen people take a while to turn. She basically died... was it that much blood loss anyway? It was a bite in the arm. Couldn't have been that bad.
I know. Like, it's not... Yeah.
Anyway, she wasn't worth saving, so that's why she died.
She died. Talking of blood loss, though. 22nd...
Wait, hold on. In the episode, in season 1, Meryl gets his fucking hand chopped off, and he survived.
Meryl's is Donna.
Oh, that's true. Maybe if she was called Meryl, she would have been higher up the list.
Could have survived, but 22nd place belongs to Warren. Shivved in the throat.
That's a respectable death. Normally, if you get shivved in the throat, you probably are going to die. So I can't call him weak.
He is just a nothing character, though. Not developed. I mean, literally, the only reason we know his name is because we were collecting data for this.
Yeah, we're collecting data. I mean, Warren was pretty much just put there to die, wasn't he? Yeah. Maggie needs a kill with a name. Let's give him Warren.
Warren! 21st place belongs to Michael Coleman. He succumbed to his cancer.
Michael Coleman, you know what? The reason I put his death above the others is because there was actually a purpose to it. We had Milton trying to experiment to see if when you turn, do you have any form of your former self? Do you have any memories, any like recollections? And they have him tied to the bed. He's doing some weird rotating spin with the spoon in this cup. I don't know what Milton was doing. It was weird. But
You hear me, Mr. Michael?
But he thought Michael was showing or remembering signs of his former self, but no, he was just the restraint. Walker almost killed him.
I talked about this previously, but this just makes like Michonne killing the governor's daughter even worse because he's openly working on a cure here. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the governor thinks that people that are bit can be cured. He thinks it's like a disease.
yeah, and even though he's wrong, in his eyes, it's not wrong. So at the end of the day, it was murder, brother.
Although, I mean, you could argue if that's what he really thinks, then why is he using walkers in the zombie pit to fight?
He doesn't care about them. He cares more about his daughter than a couple of jobbers.
That's true. Like.
20th place, talking of
That
jobbers.
was me trying to put the governor over as a nice guy, but
Well, the governor's a nice guy. He's alright. He redeemed himself numerous times, didn't he? 20th place, though, goes to Haley. She's good at archery, but not too good at dodging bullets.
well, you're not allowed to jump over the wall. Don't tell Andrea what to do. Yeah, no, Haley doesn't really do much. She gets sniped from distance. I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. A
They
character,
killed Haley. So,
a character that could have did a bit more, potentially, but didn't. 19th place, we've got Jodie.
I think they killed her up. You need to stop doing that, right, man? We need to talk about these characters.
Or do you think they killed her off? Why?
I think they killed her off. Why? I think they killed her off because they wanted to paint. This is genuinely my reason. I think they wanted, obviously, Woodbury to be the bad group and the prison group to be the good group. And I just don't think they believe. I think they think it's probably harder to take a female serious as a bad character, as someone who's bad, evil. So therefore, I think that's probably why they killed her off here.
Maybe, but I mean, I guess you've got Andrea there as well.
And it's a long range shot. I'm not too sure who got the kill on her.
I think it was... Who was it, actually? Was it Rick?
Yeah, but I think Rick shooting her from distance doesn't make Rick look as bad if he shoots her up close and personal.
True.
There's a thing that they do, like, they very rarely have... If you look at The Walking Dead, or any show, like, they'll very rarely have a man that's portrayed as a good guy kill a woman.
Yeah. Off the top of my head, I can't really...
If you think about shows, they will
Opie killed Stall, that was good.
Well, hold on, she was the Sons aren't really great people, and she deserved that. But I'm thinking here, you know, like, if you look at shows, you very rarely have a man that is on the good side, the protagonist, kill a female.
Jack's killed Gemma.
Examples, because those characters were not good people. But anyway, let's move on.
Let's move on, guys. I don't think they were shite, but anyway, 19th place goes to Jodie. This guy was shite, but he surrendered, and Carl just went, nah. Killed him.
Again, but this guy did have a few years on Carl, so it's like, I think if Carl done this to a kid that was his age, I think it would have looked worse.
Oh, it's still bad, though.
No, it is bad, but...
Yeah, well, Carl's about 13. I understand, right?
This kid was closer to 18 than 13.
Yeah, but, alright, yeah. If Carl kills...
This kid looked like Randy Orton.
No, he did. But if this kid...
Hey! Nothing.
If this kid's 5-year-old, right, and he's running about with a fucking water pistol and Carl drops him, right, I think there's going to be a bit more problem with Herschel. But at the end of the day, it's still not good.
No, but
Like,
I mean...
the fact it's a kid of any age, regardless if he's 17, right, or 12, it's still worse than, like, if Carl just dropped the 40-year-old
But you know what?
man.
For all we know, this could have been 18. Could have been 19.
Still wasn't, yeah. I think...
But no, but it is worse, and you that's what you don't understand. I mean, this is... It depends on who you kill. It shouldn't, but with TV shows, it does. It does fucking matter.
It's obviously worse to kill a 12-year-old in this guy's age. Of course it is, but it's still bad.
Like, see if Carl shot like a female.
We
like,
don't kill women or children.
that would have pretty much made him irredeemable. Like, but we'll see. Anyway, it was a shit death.
Yeah. Richard Foster, though, I think this guy actually had a pretty good death. I think he's put quite low down. I mean, he got bit, then the governor just walked over and dropped him.
I think this showed that, you know what, the governor's not messing about anymore. He's had enough. This is the kick ass and take no names governor.
I'm wearing an eye patch that's made out of kitchen roll.
I mean, he literally just came out here and was like, fuck it, Richard Foster, who cares? Boom, shot, deed.
What's your name, kid?
Any last words, Richard? Anything you want us to tell your family? I'm sorry we couldn't do anything more for you. None of that. Boom, shot, walked back off into his apartment.
And you get people shocked here. This is the way it should be handled, man. In the real world.
Yeah, the governor's manned up here. He's not taking no.
And I tell you what, he's going to add this kill count, because coming up next in 17th place, we've got the Woodbury Soldiers. Now, we are including the people Merle killed and the people the governor killed. I have a problem with the stuff the governor did, Because he literally just wiped out like 95% of Woodbury here.
Yeah, but you know what? Fuck it. I think they deserved it, and I think this is too low down. I think this should have been a lot higher. The reason I think it was almost deserved is because these people were living in Woodbury. They had it fucking good. They had it good sitting safe in Woodbury while the likes of your Tims and your Crawleys and guys like that were out risking everything, right? They were the ones out doing the dangerous stuff, bringing in the resources, bringing in everything, making sure Woodbury was run nice and smoothly. And they don't exactly know the truth, right? But what they do know is that this prison group is dangerous. It's a threat to Woodbury, and they came into Woodbury and killed multiple people, right? They don't know about Maggie and Glenn being abducted. All they know is what the governor's told them. So, from what they know, they should be viewing these prison, these are bad people, and we need to step up now and be counted.
I agree.
So, when they go and then just like down tools and run off and expect to go back to Woodbury, it's like, what are they saying? Is it, we didn't sign up for any of this? So they expect to go back to Woodbury and live like they've been living and just let the governor and Martinez and Schubert and whoever else wanted to go and potentially risk their life just so that they can provide for... Everybody should pull their weight.
They should.
Like, this group was having it too good for too long at Woodbury, and then the one time they were called upon, they dropped the fucking ball. I'm not saying they should have been killed, but I mean, I think if the governor was like, right, you know what, none of these are fucking welcome back...
No, I agree
then
with that.
That would have been enough, but obviously the governor's the governor, so he needs to take it to the next level. But these people could not possibly think in their head that they could just do a 180 here, run back to Woodbury and live happily like they've been living before. Yeah, like that's a fantasy world, if you believe that.
And it's ridiculous. Initially it looked like it was going to be like a regroup, but then when everyone voiced their opinion, the governor was like, fuck it, I don't need these jabronis.
I mean, yeah, you can argue the governor, but here's the thing, you can argue the governor took out all of his own people, but if they're not willing to fight and protect Woodbury,
what good are they to?
Yeah, they're just mouths to feed. They're just more mouths to feed. No, what good are any of these people?
Ideally, though,
long term, all right, you could maybe argue for morale. Oh, it looks like we're a community kind of deal. But what good were these people to the governor at this point?
Although, see if he turns around and says, though, to them, like, well, you aren't welcome back at Woodbury. I guess he's shown his cards in, and there's like 20 on free. And they could pull guns on him.
Oh, so they pull guns on the governor, but not the people that were fucking trying to destroy Woodbury?
Well, see, I don't know. That's just the writing, guys. But you know what?
Plus, we're factoring in the people that Merrill killed, and I thought that Merrill scene was great. Obviously, him with the alcohol and the Motorhead, the ace of spades, and it was just a great scene.
Yeah, it was, but...
And why it's this low, I honestly don't know. Even the governor wiping out all his own people, that was crazy when it happened. So yeah, this should have been a lot higher, but I don't know.
No, right. Know why I'm rating it low? I'm not for the Merle stuff. I loved the Merle scene, and that will be evident later on this list, right? But for me, these characters, even though we don't know half of their names, right? It just would have been better to go in warfare rather than the governor wiping them out. I get it,
No, I disagree. Who gives a fuck if they got slaughtered? We don't know their name. They don't matter. Who cares if some of them got gunned down? That's I don't believe that for 1 second. Oh, Daryl got a couple of crossbow kills on this old guy here.
The point is, right, these bastards, these fuckers, they don't deserve high up the list, but know why? Because they fucking jobbed us out of a good finale. See if they're stuck in the tombs and they fucking led the smackdown.
And another thing, I thought the walkers were in the tombs. And I know they were. But fuck me, they didn't even take any out, did they?
No. You know what the biggest jobber is, though? 16th place, Alan. He pulls his gun on him after he's killed, 15 million people?
And couldn't even pull the trigger.
See if he shot the governor here. You try to tell me Schubert or Martinez is going to kill him? Wait, he's definitely not.
But I tell you what, Alan should have been a lot higher. And again, I don't know, something about you just not really liking the governor and his kills. This was great, the way Alan's got the gun pointed at the governor, then the governor slowly brings his gun out, then he just kind of looks at Alan, well, are you going to do it or are you not? And Alan gets a split second to decide. I guess he doesn't make his mind up and the governor's like, well, fuck you.
Fuck you, Alan.
But I like the way the governor, he was kind of taunting him, he was saying, well, are you going to do it or are you not?
That's a weird list, isn't it?
So again, this should have been a lot higher. I thought this was a good kill for the governor. It was funny. It's just the way he was standing there, it's well, I'm here, shoot me. If you don't shoot me, I'm going to shoot you. And Alan hesitated, and the government's like, right, I ain't got time for this. Boom.
I think. Well, I look at this.
And then you've got the reaction as well from Schubert and fucking
Schubert, that iconic guy.
Schubert and Martinez, just like, what the hell happened there? So no, these two deaths were great. I think should have been a lot higher on this list.
15th place belongs to Oscar, though. He gets shot with a shotgun to the chest.
Oscar's death was shit. The only good thing about it was he got to be Shane flashback.
Was that even good, though? I feel like that came across as weird to me.
I don't see how Oscar's above these two. Like, I really don't.
Well, that's the rating system, isn't it? Oscar's above them. Shotgun to the chest.
I think we need to change our rating system.
He falls off the bus, and that's pretty much it.
And they leave him behind. They don't even see. Is he still breathing? Who cares? He's black. Let's move on.
Talking of black, we've got Big Tiny. This guy got scratched, and then Thomas went, well, fuck you, buddy.
You know what? I thought this was a pretty unique death. I believe this is the first time we see someone basically just get bludgeoned to death because of a bit. Or bite.
A bit. It was a bite, and yeah. But I actually feel like there was use for this guy. Big, massive fucking guy. I would have liked to seen this guy in actual combat with walkers. Probably the biggest guy we've seen in The Walking Dead.
Well, we do get to see him, and he gets fucking...
I know, but proper. Like, I mean, it was like a congested corridor.
I know, but I still think it was pretty good just seeing... And this if you were in doubt, this kind of opened your eyes here. This Thomas guy's not a nice person.
Yeah. What's he in for, guys?
It's strange, though, because Big Tiny maybe not even need to kill him. It was the bone that sliced him. Is there any proof that bone infects you?
But that's where The Walking Dead's getting inconsistencies. Like,
I don't
how many people's like been scratched? Come on.
Yeah, I don't. At the start, it's like, don't let him scratch you. Don't get any blood on you.
Like, see, Dale, was he going to die for blood loss, or was he going to die for the fact the walker actually opened him up? Like, infected him with his hands?
Nah, it was some blood loss, because fucking Herschel was looking like, nah.
You know, but say they patched him up, well, would he still have turned?
I don't think so.
Say it was a minor cut.
It's something to do with the teeth. It's something to do with the bacteria. Or some shit like that.
So what, they don't have that in their fingers and all? Fingernails. Come on, guys.
I don't. Well, name me someone who's turned for getting scratched.
Yeah, but it's plot purposes, isn't it?
Name me someone who's turned for getting scratched.
Look at Negan in All Out War.
I know it's crap because I mean
he starts putting blood on all the weapons.
And how many times has people been killing a walker and they get blood over the face that goes in their eyeballs and mouth? It goes in open pores and open holes and shit. Not
open pores.
Look, I don't think you can point to one person that's turned for being scratched. So therefore, I'm willing to bet that a scratch doesn't turn you.
Very true. 14th place so belongs to Lieutenant Wells. This guy was a bit of a jobber. Spent most of his time in a hospital bed.
True, but I mean another pretty cool death. Where at the end you just see his floating head in the fish tank.
Well, he's going to bring his head back to life when he gets a cure. Bring me back to life. Anyway, up next we've got Crawley. And he got absolutely decapitated, didn't he?
Yeah, Crawley's the one that gets his head sliced off, I believe. Yep. Michonne jumps down off the trees. Sliced, headless, boom.
Good. How many times have Michonne done that, though? At least here it was new.
Yeah, here it was like the first time we'd seen her take someone's head off. By the time you get to season 7, you're probably thinking, right, another boring kill with a katana.
Goddamn right. Talking of our best buddy, though, we've got Andrea coming in 11th place. Some people may think this is low down, but for me, to get bit by Milton and just lie in there and die, kind of just feel like, what was Andrea's point this season? For me.
I mean, what was her point?
I don't know what her point was, but I mean, just to shoot herself in the head with Rick outside the door, sitting there crouched down like Miguel Galindo looking at Soledad. That's all. I mean, that's the final shot of season 3. Andrea shooting herself.
Not the final shot of season 3?
It pretty much is.
No, it's not.
What is then?
Final shot is Woodbury people coming to live.
Oh, well, that's fucking... No wonder I forgot about that.
And Carl's pissed off with it. And Rick's like, wait, this has got to be the way we do things.
Yeah, well, the final shot of Woodbury then, in season 3, is behind closed doors.
What do you want? What do you want me to do? Not shoot her and just let her turn into a walker?
No, I just don't think Andrea getting bit and going out this way was the best way to go.
So what was the best way to go?
I don't know, making it to season 4. I wouldn't have killed her. We've got a fid on that, guys. Make sure you check it out. Coming in 10th place, we've got the American Soldiers.
I thought it was a good death, actually, and you had the whole time. Oh shit, I'm in a race against time. I need to get myself free before Milton turns and comes and eats me. I thought it was a unique death. I haven't really seen anything like this in The Walking Dead, up to this point at least. I don't think we see anything like this after it. But here, I'm not doing this list as a sole thing. It's a joint system.
Yeah, and that comes in next. American Soldiers, I put this high up, but you put it low down. The governor walking as the bodies fell like dominoes. Explain your reasoning for not liking this.
I mean, it just wasn't that good. It was like a wee montage. Like
fucking epic, mate. Come on.
Fucking piss off. I mean, it was a cool wee scene where you see the bodies in slow motion just like, falling down where they've been shot, and the governor's like walking through the middle of them like, like he's King fucking Governor.
Through the shadow of death.
King Brian, King Philip, whatever he likes to call himself. I mean, it was an okay death, like, but I think it's a lot higher than it should be. It's higher than some really good deaths, in my opinion. There's no way this death's better than the Woodbury Soul. It's just not, man. But whatever.
If I'm not factoring in no, come on. The governor, this bit of governor was better than him wiping at Woodbury. The body's falling, him walking with the fucking leather jacket. Oh, come on. Come on, man.
So that's better than him with the dog. Fucking...
The dog was good, alright, but this was better. He's like, where are they? Here. Come on, it was good. 9th place, we've got Milton.
We found you.
See, I actually thought Milton's death was better than Andrea's. Getting fucking shivved a million times in the stomach and left to turn. I liked it. I liked that a lot.
You live and you die, or you die and you kill.
Make your choice. Multiple stab wounds to Milton, and he couldn't do Andrea a favour by finishing himself off. He lied there.
But it's fucking true. I mean, the governor gave Milton a choice, and had Milton done what the governor asked, Milton would still be alive.
Yeah.
Andrea died either way.
Yeah, but with Milton, he could have done it and he didn't.
Milton could have been alive, just to get just to get gunned down by by the governor 10 minutes later. Like, but still,
Eugene is a poor man's Milton.
Yeah, Milton's way better than Eugene.
Believable.
But I reckon if you put a poll up, like 85%, 90% would say Eugene was better.
You probably get people asking who's Milton.
People that watch The Walking Dead are fucking weird. Like, they're so fucking weird how like they just rate certain characters. It actually baffles me how some shite characters they think are fucking epic.
No, I agree.
Anyway, I liked Milton's death. It was good.
8th place belongs to Tim. He's not fucking epic. He is the man, the myth. He gets stabbed through the back, and then what I liked about this is it was Michonne. He gets stabbed through the back and gets used as like a human shield, and then Merle like sprays at him.
Aye.
Then he like slides off the. Then he gets shot in the head afterwards by Merle. He gets stabbed with a katana and then gets shot 3 times by Merle.
Yeah, and then I think Merle also stabs him through the head.
So
I mean, this guy took a little bit too high for my liking, but no, I mean, pretty good death.
Pretty good death, guys. Up next in 7th place, we have got Andrew.
Very high, in my opinion.
Very high? Well, talk us through it.
Well, as we know, Andrew, you could argue he's responsible for getting Laurie and T-Dog killed. I mean, you could argue, he probably is. Then he lures them into like the part of the prison and you believe that the other guy, Oscar, is going to help Andrew. Andrew's like, what are you waiting for, Oscar? Shoot him. But then Oscar turns the gun around and shoots Andrew. Meanwhile, you have Darryl in the background sneaking up to Oscar as if it was ever in doubt.
Darryl was cringy here. The Boston Crab maneuver with the crab legs.
I think we knew that Oscar was going. I don't know. I mean, I think this death was pretty overrated.
Well, what's he going to do, right? Shoot Rick. And then he's got to take out this entire group with Andrew. Never really rated Andrew, like. Kind of just seemed like Thomas's bitch for like 10 minutes, and that was about it.
Maybe he lasted a lot longer than Thomas, didn't he?
He did last a lot longer, but maybe he was Thomas's bitch. Back in prison, damn it. 6th place, though, belongs to one man and one man only. Gargulio. Now, this guy just shut his mouth and agreed to Merle's terms of, we just said we killed her. No, man, we gotta go after her. No.
The governor says.
We don't go out the red zone, you dumb fuck. Bang. Good night.
Gargulio.
People can say this is like, Merle just killing a guy here, but at the end of the day, he's saving his own skin, isn't he? He's like...
Yeah, and making fun of his name, I like that.
Gargulio.
I'm not gonna lie to the governor. Well, I was like, well, I've been lying to him for a while, so...
Like, this guy started this mission on, like, rank 1, and by the end, he thought he was, like, 9th per stage.
I thought he was major.
Talking to Major character death. T-Dog. This guy was promised more time in season 3. What did he get? Got bit in the shoulder.
I know his death is too high for my liking.
He sacrificed himself.
Aye, for Carol? Fuck off.
I know, she got him killed, fucker.
See, she was fucking half decent. Like, she could have bloody not got him bit if she was covering him, but...
How many people was she next to when they died in this season, man? Because T-Dog, though, like, fair play to him for actually, like, sacrificing himself here, like, getting ate alive for her. But in the grand scheme of things, I think it was an avoidable death. Like, what was she doing? T-Dog!
Another man has to die so a woman can survive.
Damn right. And that's pretty much what happened next, because Axel, was the bullet meant for Axel or was it meant for Carol? Doesn't really matter, because they all... This, I remember watching this.
Considering how good a shot the governor is, I'm going to say it was meant for Axel.
I know, but plot purposes, he meant to go for Carol and it skimmed and hit the prisoner, the convict. They're wearing prison uniforms over at the prison. Damn it. But Axel, remember watching this, it came as a massive surprise at the time. And I think the surprising element is why it's so high for me. Nothing's, and then, like, the fact this bullet is getting lit up with, like, all these rounds and she's just sitting beside. Why couldn't one of them have went through and hit her? Is it too much to ask?
Yep.
Too much to ask. Third place belongs to Laurie. Of course, just like T-Dog Andrew, let the walkers in, and pretty unique death. Sad, her saying goodbye to Carl. C-section, didn't go according to plan.
Yeah, normally in hospital you get a C-section, you normally survive it, but in prison I guess you don't.
I guess with no medicine whatsoever, you're on lying
Anesthetic.
on the floor. Anesthetic, that's the word we're looking for there. What I would say, I know it's not really the death, but when Rick finds her, there's no bones or nothing. Like,
Yeah, how the fuck did that walk? That's it's just retarded, man. So you have in some circumstances you'll see like a group of walkers like start eating someone, but there's enough left for that person to reanimate.
Aye, but here there's nothing.
But
like, not just a pile of blood.
But one walker eats every fucking party, Laurie.
Bones and all.
Are you shitting me?
Come on, man.
Are you fucking shitting me?
This is so... And, like, realistically, right? Its stomach was bloated, but it literally ate its own body weight. Obviously, I know Laurie's not that heavy, but come on. It ate a full human. And it's like, it's got a bit of a swollen stomach. Come on, man.
And it would have took a lot longer than that to eat all, Laurie.
Now, what you could argue with that is Rick was going through his wee psychotic period, so maybe he just imagined there was no Laurie left or something, but I'm willing to bet that's not what they're going for. It's the only acceptable excuse I could accept, but...
I mean, I'm surely if there was some Laurie left, then there would have been a funeral or there'd have been something.
Well, you can have a funeral without the body, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. But you're saying Laurie was there and Rick just didn't see it because he was going fucking crazy?
No, I'm saying maybe. It's the only reason I've got behind it.
Well, would someone not went in and took out the remains? Oh, look, there's Laurie. I need to throw it here with the rest of the trash.
It was never explained. It was T-Dog and Laurie didn't even get a funeral. How mad's that?
Yes, yeah, but then again, that's the one thing I will say about The Walking Dead.
Who gets a funeral?
Not everybody.
Otis got a funeral.
Otis got one. See, you think about it, not everybody gets one.
No.
I guess in season 1, I guess they did. The people that died at the campsite, I guess they got a funeral.
I guess you could say just as the years go by, they lose humanity. Could be that.
I mean, I guess Shane, Patricia, Jimmy don't have time to give them a funeral.
True. Death coming in second place. It was Tomas. This guy threatened Rick one too many times, tried to kill him one too many times. Shit happens. Big machete right down the centre of his skull, and then he just... Like, the way he just fell and then Rick kicked him and pulled it out and the blood just splattered. Really good kill, I think, for Rick.
It was, out of nowhere as well. Just a machete right through the fucking head. Andrew shot himself, then ran off. Really good kill, but I just don't understand why these prisoners didn't want to try and make it out there. Because I know Rick says, no, the world's not what you think, but these guys have been locked up for so long. You tell me that they wouldn't want to go and see what the world looks like?
Yeah.
Then maybe come back. But it was like, I don't know,
this is our prison, we own it. What? You'd want it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah, especially with them being bad. Like, if they think, oh, the world's a free one now, we can do what we want. I mean, would they not be like...
Yeah, like half of them's like, oh, my family. I got family.
Yeah, I mean...
Doesn't matter, but I don't think Thomas had family, like, but... Doesn't really matter.
It would never work. No, it was fucking dumb for you, Rick.
Or you can have F block.
I mean, all you need is one of them to be a fucking psycho, could be a killer, and realistically, I mean, you've got people like, you know, like...
Yeah, there wasn't even a scene where Rick went, right, we need to find out the most trustful one and ask him what the others are in for. Or something.
Yeah, I mean...
Like he takes Axel to one side, like, right, you be honest with us, there's a spot for you in our group. Who's done what? Who's in for what? But no, there's none of that. It's like, well, Thomas, you seem like a fucking mentally unstable guy. You can live next to my son.
No, that's what you need to know, like. And then there's women in the group, like, and I guess they're not safe if there's any predators.
Predator.
So it's like, I don't think it was ever going to work.
Yeah, and I don't. I mean,
But here, Rick gave it a go. Thomas.
Axel was preying on Beth a wee bit, wasn't he? Like?
Interesting.
Interesting enough. Maybe Axel was the wrong guy to ask, but the right guy comes in at number one.
But no, I don't get, right? Even if fucking, I think Beth says she's 17.
Yeah.
Let's say she's not. Let's say she's fucking 18. Still a bit weird, is it not?
Of course, it's weird.
But then he's like, "Oh, the reason I didn't care for Caro is because you got the short hair. I thought you were one of those lesbians." No, the reason he didn't care for Caro is because she fucking looks ugly. She's not ugly. She's not fucking attractive.
Yeah, she's an ugly bastard.
But he's trying to make it as if, oh no, I mean, I wouldn't have had any interest in Beth if I knew you weren't a lesbian. I mean, what? No.
He should be getting took to task on that by like Rick or Daryl. Stay away from the fucking kids, especially in this world. They'd be fucking killed for something like that. Look at my people. I mean, they literally killed a guy for going into his house.
Yeah, but they kind of made it seem as if, I was only interested in Beth because I thought you were a lesbian.
Yeah, when reality.
So you telling me Beth wouldn't have still been his first fucking go-to if Carol was straight?
Come on, man. I'll give Axel a bit of slack. If you were to draw a lesbian, I'd draw Carol. So, for that reason alone. But anyway, guys, number one. As you said earlier, AC/DC, whatever. What was it, AC/DC? It was, wasn't it? Moorhead. Merle, easily. I just think there's no death that comes close to it in this season, to be honest. I mean, he pretty much gets a whole episode dedicated to his death. So I think for that reason alone, it is just going to make it elevate it way more.
Sorrowful life.
Yeah, so the whole drinking, the car, the scene with taking out like 8-9 members of the governor's crew.
Almost got the governor, but that stupid arsehole stepped in the way.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't write him doing this, and we just put him doing his Woodbury Soldier. But
Alan's wee son.
Alan's kid. Forget his name.
Alan didn't give a fuck about him. He died in this now, well.
Well, that's kind of why he wanted.
Yeah, I know, but...
Tom, that's kind of why he wanted to attack the prison.
Aye, but like, you never get a sense of mourning for these people.
True, but... I mean, that was a big reason why he wanted to go in on the prison.
It's like Donna died, and his biggest beef was Tyrese, you were eyeing her up. It was like, I don't give a fuck if she's dead or not. And, but yeah, the whole fight scene with the governor, I know it wasn't much of a fight scene, he got outnumbered by like 5 of them, then the governor...
I really felt bad for Merrill, man. One hand, then he gets 2 fingers bit off. It's like, fuck me.
Oh. Daryl finds him, he's got like a fucking thumb left.
What the fuck?
Thummy! But yeah, of course you got to factor in the fact that Daryl found him. Great.
Yeah, and gets put down. Just such a wasted opportunity. Could have kept Merrill alive. Not sure. I know that apparently they wanted him for season 4, and it just didn't. I don't think the actor wanted to leave.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure the actor Michael Rooker. I'm not sure if he had bigger things going at the time, but I mean, The Walking Dead was a pretty big show, like. But I don't know why. Maybe he just didn't like the way his character was going. I'm pretty sure he wanted to leave though. I feel there was definitely room for both Dixon brothers, and I feel like if you wanted to kill off one, I think it would have been a lot more interesting, because by this point, Daryl, as soon as Merrill dies as well, it's not even like Daryl begins to show a bit more of the Merrill side. He does the opposite. He just starts to kiss Rick's ass.
How much better would the Daryl spin-off be if it was the Dixon brothers in Paris? In Paris. Doesn't need to be Paris, like, but New York. The Dixon brothers go to New York.
Yeah, I just
on
think,
their fucking Harleys.
I think there's just more. You could have done more for this. You could have had. I think if you were going to have one of them survive, it should have been Merrill. But I think you could have them both. If you really wanted to do spin-offs, I mean, I think it'd been better to do a spin-off in season 3 where they just leave together. I think there'd been a lot of good stuff you could have done with that. But of course, the show was thriving back then, so they weren't even looking at spin-offs, to be honest.
What I'll say is, though, if Merle survives this season, goes into season 4, then you probably don't get a good as episode as this episode for his death. So you can look at it from that point of view where you don't want them to change it too much. But
yeah, if Merle doesn't die this episode's probably filler.
Yeah, like if you take this episode out and it's got no Merle in it, like realistically, with the way the finale went,
Because this felt more like the finale.
yeah,
This felt like the big battle.
the one man battle, one man army. But anyway, guys, that is it for The Walking Dead. Death's Rank will be back very soon with episodes, and then the big one, we have got characters, and then after that, we will resume the season 4 reviews. Are you looking forward to that?
Season 4, man.
Already did half it, so make sure you check out the reviews up to Too Far Gone, and then we've probably got one of the worst halves of The Walking Dead to this point, guys. But anyway, that is us for Folk Entertainment. Make sure you check out everything else with a lot of our stuff coming. Dexter, we love Dexter. Get the body bags out. We've got Sopranos. It's a wee bit shite, if I'm going to be honest, but it'll pick up soon. Make sure you tune in. It's all about the entertainment, innit, brother? And The Mines is dead. Even though I've actually noticed there's a lot of comments recently saying that everyone's commenting that they're sad that The Mines is over. Do you think we just should have enjoyed it while it was on?
Yeah, give us the Mayans.
Hashtag Indian Arab. Until next time. Peace.